Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my daily meditation that I do. I record it and release it because maybe somebody else out there can get something out of it. It's something that I do for myself because I want to become a better principled person. I just so happen to love God. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, they sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. Choose God. Choose God this day. And love yourself. Because if you love yourself, if nobody else loves you, you'll be okay. Never give up hope on yourself. Never. Find your love. Find your joy. Find your peace. Find your hope. Find it. Never give up on yourself. Because if you have yourself, you can always rebuild. You have everything. I focus on reading out of 3 major religious texts. The Bible, the Quran, and I'm in a introductory paperback Buddhist text called The Shape of Suffering. So I'm back. The rotation, I usually rotate each text twice a week. So my rotation, I'm back on The Shape of Suffering, and I'm only going to read a little bit of it at a time because it's so complex. And what this particular paperback is dealing with at this point is called dependent co-arising, and it's you have to go look it up because I've already discussed it basically. But what it deals with is without no this, there's no that. Without one thing, there's not another thing. And that every word means something. And it relates differently to each word and how you put it together, kind of. That's just a little summary. But look it up. Dependent co-arising. Anyway, so I'm just going to read a little bit out of this. And some of these texts, it might take me years to get through it because I'm going to read it word for word, chapter by chapter, cover to cover. I'm not going to skip chapters. I'm going to read it the text word for word. Okay. These then are some of the important features of dependent co-arising that are immediately apparent. The arising of condition leads to suffering and stress. The causal system is unstable but follows a pattern. The primary causes giving rise to suffering and stress occur prior to sensory contact. Ignorance, not seeing things in terms of the Four Noble Truths, is foremost among these primary causes. And the ability to see things in terms of the Four Noble Truths, which involves seeing the factors of dependent co-arising simply as a process and events immediately experienced, is the knowledge that puts an end to ignorance and thus to all sufferings and stress. What's important to note is that these features are not simply facts about suffering. There are also ways of viewing suffering that aid in bringing about cessation. Cessation, C-E-S-S-A-T-I-O-N. Okay? The ability to see dependent co-arising as dependent. Let me say that again. The ability to see dependent co-arising as dependent co-arising is a first step in developing clear knowledge that brings ignorance to an end. Remember to smile this day anyway, and reach out to one person at a time, one person at a time, one person at a time. Okay?